Hi FPC, welcome to our weekly devotionals this week for Holy Week as we start on Monday, the first day that Jesus spends in Jerusalem as he anticipates the events of later in the week. And today we get the story that we look at from John, the second chapter. When it was almost time for the Jewish Passover, Jesus went up to Jerusalem. In the temple courts, he found people selling cattle, sheep, and doves, and others sitting at tables exchanging money. So he made a whip out of cords and drove them from the courts. Both the sheep, the cattle, he scattered the coins of the money changers, overturned the tables. To those who sold the doves, he said, "Get out! Stop turning my Father's house into a market." His disciples remembered that it was written, "Zeal for your house will consume me." It's interesting that Jesus begins the week both by going to the temple and maybe more so by driving out those who are changing the worship of God into commerce. People selling, people making money, profiting off the faith of people. And as we begin Holy Week, this story challenges us to look into our hearts, the thing that the New Testament calls our inner temple, and ask ourselves if there are things that are getting in the way. Is money an idol? Is something else misleading us? Is there something that we're pursuing and putting first instead of our faith, instead of following Jesus Christ? This week is an opportunity as we journey to the cross and ultimately to the empty tomb to consider what it is that needs overturned, that needs driven out in our lives. What are our secret sins? What are our grief and our shame and our doubt and the things that hold us back and hinder us? And what does it look like to let Jesus speak to those things and move them out of the way so that we might follow him? This is where we start the journey of this last week. It is not an easy place, but it is an important place. And in calling us to repent, in calling us to account, in calling these people to remember what it means to worship and follow God, Jesus does us a great service. As we now move to a time of music, I would invite you to pray and reflect on what it might be in your life that we need to get rid of and turn over to Christ.
Be thou my vision, O Lord of my heart, not be all else to me, save that thou art. Thou my best thought, by day or by night, waking or sleeping, thy presence my light. Be thou my wisdom, and thou my true word. I ever with thee, and thou with me, Lord. Thou my great Father, I thy true Son. Thou in me dwelling, and I with thee one. High King of heaven, my victory won, may I reach heaven's joys, O bright heaven's sun. Heart of my own heart, whatever befall, still be my vision, O ruler